It's Week 5 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Ja'Marr Chase. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Raiders and the Packers on Monday Night Prime Time.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field.
Now leading him out, a motivated rookie out of Kentucky. Fell to the early portion of the second round of the draft. It's Will Levis.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A check on the numbers last week for Conner. 9 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute them. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20 plus.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Levis looking to throw.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The Packers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
First and 10. Here's Levis. He'll get this to Conner underneath.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. And Levis going back to the air.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Rolling to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. Butker's kick here is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive was any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. Bringing them out, the former Tar Heel, second-year pro, Sam Howell.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Howell. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Those defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
9 yards that time. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And that's out quickly to Chase. The numbers a week ago for Chase. 9 catches, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy, and that's exactly where he is now, number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Oh, good move. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now they go play action with Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. You look at this Packers defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Howell's throw taken in by Sutton. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing here, Howell. God, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
A 2nd down throw from Levis. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
Amazing how Jefferson makes 1st downs like that look routine, isn't it? He's off to the greatest start by a receiver in NFL history. Set records for most catches and yards in a player's first 3 seasons and led the league in both last year.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
You kidding me?
The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Conner. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Not sure what happened out there. It looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know, I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Flushed out right. He'll get that one complete to Conner. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Butker's kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Faking the handoff. Howell. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football right on the money.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Here is 3rd and 5. Howell now to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 17-yard line. And once more, Howell back to the air.
Pass incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. Touchdown Raiders. Courtland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And they take the lead here at 7-6. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And Courtland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Off the play fake, Levis.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
2nd and 10. Levis.
That's complete to his running back, Conner.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
To Conner on the check down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up.
Levis now on 2nd down. Right side, there's Likely with it. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
13 yards, 1st down Packers.
Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And it's a Packers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Levis will try to throw for the 2.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. Well, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted.
It's Monte Mapu.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Levis looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. But they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
That is caught. Touchdown, Packers. Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2. Connor going to try and run it. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Aaron Rodgers, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Mixon, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley. Check on the
message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
A beautiful fake. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Down to the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good. but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was coming. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And, Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
2nd down, here's Levis.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Levis sets up to throw here.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. Butker's kick here is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Raiders heading out to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
First time they looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the 1st.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody.
2nd down and 6 now.
It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40.
Now he'll look to throw it. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10. And Howe will throw it. Short throw caught by Dulcich.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
It's Howe with another throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw, Howell. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Marte Mapu. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short. It's Levis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Here's Levis. Complete to Likely. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 78 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 3. Levis now off of play action. Complete. Jefferson the target. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run behind center with Connor. Room here to run. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Picked up by Chris Barnes. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Bell to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Marte Mapu. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. Connor going to try and run it. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And now here come the Raiders. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And his throw here is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field in.
The defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On third down, it's Connor. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Packers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Las Vegas.